Yo, what's up folks? How we doing? Thanks for checking out the video. In this one I am disassembling the shroud and the guard for the Bixpy jet. I don't know if you can see. No, you really can't. I've already got so I got fishing line in my Bixpy and I'm about to go striper fishing, and here's a piece of it. Just getting things ready to go, and noticed that I had a little bit of monofilament wrapped around there. So to be cautious, taking off the guard, taking off the shroud, basically just using these little Allen wrenches right here to get the screws out. And once I do that, I'm going to take off the propeller and clean it out, make sure there's no line wrapped up in there that's going to cause any resistance. See, now that we got it off, can we see any fishing line? Yeah. Hang on. See that little tag end right there? Yeah, it's down into the propeller drive. So yeah, stay tuned. Gonna take this off, and I'll take some pictures and show you guys what it looks like with it off. The guard should just pop right out now that these screws are out. But bear with me. We're going to go ahead and pull this off, pull any line that we find in there, and lube it up to make sure that it is good for another season. So stay tuned. Alright, to get this nut off, we're going to need a 5/16 socket. That's going to fit right over the top there. Also, it was hand tight. I didn't even need the wrench part to break it, so it really wasn't that tight on there. This is a plastic piece, guys, so let's see, come on out of there. There we go. So you don't want to tighten it down too hard because you don't want to crack it. Alright, so this should just slide. Whoops, I'm just trying to prop it up and do two things at once here. Slide right off. Come on. Be real careful with the blades. You don't want to put any unnecessary pressure on those. There we go. And as you can see, yep, fishing line. Look at that. It's all chewed up. So I have no idea where this came from. This actually doesn't look like saltwater line. This looks like 10, 12 pound. I'm sure, I bet this was probably on a freshwater lake. And I don't throw ever my discarded line back in the water, so this is a surprise from somebody else, I assume. Oh, look at it. It's like, hang on. It's like bucked all the way up in there. Hopefully we can get it all. Trying to not break it too, just to be real gentle to unwind it out. Oh, I broke it. Alright, there's still more in there. Be careful not to lose this pin right here, but I'm gonna get in there and see if I can't clear that out. I don't see any damage done. So you'll see a little bit of a wear line from the fishing line there, but it looks like there's no damage as long as we can get it all out. We don't want any resistance. We don't want to burn out the motor in the Bixpy. So let me get the rest of that line out. Alright, so I've gotten all the line out. Before I pulled it out, there was a little bit of resistance here. As you can hear, that gear in there is running smoothly now. And I don't feel any hitches or catches as I'm spinning it, so I think we're good to go. So we're going to assume we got it fixed. There's no visible line left in there. And so I'm going to get some lubricant and lube it up real good. Do not use WD-40. Don't use that. You want some oil-based lubricant in there. That's just going to that's just going to be there temporarily and then go away. So that's not what we want to use. Reel grease, something that you would use in your fishing reels, that would be a better option here. So we're gonna figure out what to use here. All right, we're gonna use a little bit of Corrosion X just to protect it. Not a lot, but just a little bit right in here, just to protect the gear. We're gonna let it sit upside down just to protect the gears, kind of coat the gears. This is a great lubricant, and it'll penetrate and get out water or rust or whatever, and it's great for anti-seize as well too. So this is what we're going to use, is Corrosion X, not WD-40. All right, now that we've disassembled the propeller and taken out the fishing line, now we're going to kind of reassemble everything and get it back together. So I've hit the drive down here with a little bit of Corrosion X. Also hit the screws with it too in this little cup. And I use that. I made that with the lathe, right? So yeah, just getting everything nice and coated up real quick, and then we're gonna reassemble everything, and it should be good as new. All right, there we go. Got the Bixpy put back together. Everything will run as good as new now. You don't ever want to use a, you want to hand tighten all the nuts here on this plastic. You don't want to use a power drill or anything like that. But everything went together seamlessly. All in all, this is probably a 5 or 6 minute job. Super easy. And like I said, there's no resistance because of this fishing line. This is what we got out of it. No resistance anymore when turning that propeller, so we're good to go. We're going to test it out, gearing up for some striper fishing this weekend on Lake Lanier. And I'm glad I looked to make sure there wasn't a problem. You always want to check your Bixpy after every trip, preferably, but every couple months or so of use, make sure that you don't have any debris or obstructions wrapped around that propeller drive there. So thanks for checking out the video. If you guys have any questions or comments, let me know.